using. இல்ல பஜன் ஒரு பஜன் பண்ணும்.
अजो अनंताय नित्याय शुद्धाय सच्चिदानंद नंद गुरु अजो अनंताय नित्याय शुद्धाय सच्चिदानंद नंद गुरु गुरु ओम गुरु ओम गुरु ओम गुरु ओम सच्चिदानंद नंद गुरु ओम नमो नारायणाय हरिहर शशिशेखराय नमो नारायणाय हरिहर शशिशेखराय परब्रह्म आनंद गुरु सच्चिदानंद नंद गुरु ओम अजो अनंताय नित्याय शुद्धाय सच्चिदानंद नंद गुरु ओम गुरु ओम गुरु ओम गुरु ओम गुरु ओम सच्चिदानंद नंद गुरु ओम नमो नारायणाय हरिहर शशिशेखराय परब्रह्म आनंद गुरु सच्चिदानंद नंद गुरु ओम सच्चिदानंद नंद गुरु ओम सच्चिदानंद नंद गुरु हरिसुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरिनारायण हरि ओम हरिसुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरिनारायण हरि ओम हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरिनारायण हरि ओम हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरिनारायण हरि ओम हरिसुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरिनारायण हरि ओम हरिसुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरिनारायण हरि ओम वनमाली मुरलीधारी गोवर्धन गिरिवरधारी वनमाली मुरलीधारी गोवर्धन गिरिवरधारी नित नित कर माखन चोरी गोपी मनहारी नित नित कर माखन चोरी गोपी मनहारी आओ रे कान्हा रे गोकुल के प्यारे गाओ रे नाचो रे रास रचाओ रे आओ रे कान्हा रे गोकुल के प्यारे गाओ रे नाचो रे रास रचाओ रे हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि नारायण हरि ओम.
Now you chant. You chant.
जाति नीति कुल गोत्र दूरगम नाम रूप गुण दोष वर्जितम देश काल विषयातिवर्ति यद ब्रह्म तत्वमसि भावयात्मनि यत्परं सकलवागगोचरं गोचरं विमलबोधचक्षुषः शुद्धचिद्घनमनादिवस्तु यद् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि षड्भिदुर्मिभिरयोगी योगिहृत् भावितं न करणैर्विभावितं बुद्धवेद्यमनवद्यमस्ति यद् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि भ्रान्तिकल्पितजगत्कलाश्रयं स्वाश्रयं च सदसद्विलक्षणं निष्कलं निरुपमानवद्धियत् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि जन्मवृद्धिपरिणत्यपक्षया व्याधिनाशनविहीनमव्ययं विश्वसृष्ट्यवविघातकारणं ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि.
सहनावतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं समस्तजनकल्याणे करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्म भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः सुष्ठुवागंस्तनूभिः विषेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति न साक्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ. So, Vedanta is also called Hamsa Yoga. It's because it separates the unreal and the real. Hamsa separates milk and water, and it explains both. And in this, all that can be seen is a mixture of real and apparent. There are three normally used phrases. Satyam, it is Satyam, it is Trikala Abadita Vastu. In all the three periods, past, present and future, Abadita, unaffected, what is there is called Satyam. Gold in the ornaments, water in the waves and the bubbles. Satchit in us. This is Satyam. Asat, which never exists, like the sky flower. Sky flower never is there. Or the usual example given in Vedanta, son of a barren woman. A barren woman cannot have a son. So what is never there is called asat. World is not either sat or asat because it's changing. And you cannot say it is unreal like a sky flower you are seeing. Therefore, this is called mithya. Mithya is a combination of the real and the unreal. Of the real and the unreal. What is unreal other than the real? Is only a name and a form because there is nothing other than Brahman. There is nothing other than God. There is nothing other than Brahman. A name and a form makes it appear as though different. How does the name and form come? There is a potential in God, Brahman, to make something appear as though different from him, like there is a potential in gold, without itself undergoing any change, it appears as earring, chain, and bangle. This potential, which is not different from Brahman or not different from gold, has to be given a name. It's not different. It also doesn't exist because it's only Brahman. But it is there. To explain to us, it has to be given a name. This is called Maya. This is called Maya. God plus name and form is Maya. What is Maya? Please understand. I will give you elaborate explanation because a very difficult term. People use it loosely. You have to understand. Maya is nothing but Bhagavan's own capacity, though never changing, though one, to appear as many. Asat Thana Matram, that which you see, is not there but experienced. But experienced. What makes it possible? Maya, you say. Scientifically, is there something parallel? Yes. All that we see is nothing but neutron, proton, electron, everything. But how is it that this is a table, that is a chair, this is this thing, you are a human being? How electron, proton, neutron can take so many forms? Because of the motion, movement. What is this movement? Time, space. They are interrelated according to science also. Einstein says time and space are relative. The duration taken from point to move is called time. The gap between point A to point B is called space. So this movement, which is called time, that is Maya. Bhagavatam clearly says, Bhagavan antaha brahma rupena, bahihi kala rupena. Inside is Brahman, outside is time. Antaha brahma rupena, bahihi kala rupena. This Maya is also time. Then mind. Maya is mind. What is mind? What is mind? We say that, especially Vedanta says, we are good. Coming to that verse, after 15, 16 verses, that particular verse we are coming. Whatever you say is all mind. It's not there. Mano drishyamidam dvaitam. All plurality belongs to the mind. It is not there, it says. Right? whatever you say is mind. In fact, Bhagavatam very clearly says, Yat manasa, vacha, chachubhyam, shrotribihi, gruhyamanam. If you can grasp something through the mind, through the eyes, through the ears, it's Maya. Because what you can grasp is finite. All finite is nothing but an expression of the infinite. So, whatever you can grasp, that is objectified. The seen, all seen is Maya. All seen is Maya. If Maya means it's all unreal, no. Real plus a form is called Mithya, Maya. It's not unreal. Then why do you call it Maya? Because you see the one to be many. The one to be many. Therefore, it's called Maya. It's one truth, but you see it as many. And when they say it's all mind, they give the example also. In sleep, mind is not there, therefore world is not there. Is that true? In sleep, mind is not there. All my family has gone. My house has gone. My bank balance has gone. Because it says, when mind is not there, world is not there. So everything gone. How do you understand that? What it says is, you understand very, very difficult concepts. People just say, people just accept it also without thinking. But it needs a lot of thinking. Needs a lot of thinking. So when you say it's all mind, it doesn't mean it is not there. Tomorrow when you get up, the same world, the same family, everything is there. So why do you say it's all mind? Because mind only shows you the one to be many. Therefore, the many, the plurality, the duality, the interpretations, all that belongs to the mind. It is there. This house is there, family is there. As Brahman, they are all real. But the mind interprets them to be different. Good, bad, ugly. Sattva, tamo, gunas. Right? Animal, man. These are all interpretations of the mind. What is there is all only one Brahman. Brahman seen as multiple names and forms is called mind. Therefore, wherever Mithya is there, Brahman also is there. Brahman plus a name and a form is called Mithya. So where do I see God? Where he is not, he alone is there. So whatever you see, you have to, though in Vyavahara, in transactions, you use transactional intelligence, you understand all that is only Brahman. All that is only Brahman. This understanding, this you have heard, Brahma Satya, Satyam Jagan Mithya. Jivo Brahma Eva Na Aparaha. You have heard it. You have understood it. You have to bring it to experience. What should you do to bring it to experience? Nothing. Every time the duality bothers you, the differences challenge you, you have to say all that belongs to the mischief of the mind. That duality, that challenge, that sorrow, all are illumined by me, the consciousness, the eternal. I am the illuminator. Duality, Sukha and Dukkha. Sukha comes, I illumine. Dukkha comes, I illumine. Whatever I illumine or illumined objects, objects are not me. Body also I illumine, mind also I illumine, intellect also I illumine. Good I illumine, bad I illumine. I am not them. I am not them. I am different from them. They are changing, I don't change. Go on reinforcing this thought in your day-to-day life. That is called meditation. Sitting and doing meditation is to train you to focus to this practice. But real meditation is every minute of your life. Real meditation is every minute of your life. Sitting and doing is also necessary, is to give you the training to focus. To focus. Also, it helps in the initial stages just to strike at that consciousness to a certain extent, but that's not either total or permanent experience, because mind has not gone. Mind only temporarily has become dormant. Mano lenam. Mind is not disappeared. So, sitting and doing meditation, feeling quiet is a good thing, so that you are able to at least conditionally recognize that consciousness. Conditionally. But that's not the end. End is complete conviction. Brahman alone is there. That conviction. How will that conviction come? Continuous exercise of your mind in and through plurality, multiplicity, and challenge. That's why Gurudev 2 days back, one message came. What is meditation? The lower mind speaking to the higher mind. What is lower mind? That which is conditioned by all these. Continuously suggesting, this is not true, that is true. The higher mind. That is meditation. That meditation is not part-time. It's 24 into 7 into 60. Right? It's not part-time. Okay. So, for us, therefore, what is Maya has been explained in the previous chapter. Here, what is the real me? Advaita is being explained in this chapter. We are done up to 14. The 15th sloka says, Mrulloha Vispulingadyehi Sustivya Chodita Anyatha Upayaha Sa Avataraya Na Asti Vedaha Kakanchana. The Upanishads talk about sparkles rise from the fire. Just as from Brahman names and forms rise, creation, how creation comes from Brahman, to explain that, they say, as from fire sparkles rise. To explain that. Same thing, mud alone is the various vessels or various utility items. Mud is the Satyam. From mud alone, all these have come. When they explain, it is not to explain that the sparkles and the fire are different, the vessels or the mud are different. There, they only want to make you understand that the essence in this and the essence in them is the same. That oneness, for us to understand, they say, but it cannot be stretched beyond a point. So sparks are different, fire is different. No. Only for us to understand, the sparks are nothing but the fire. Similarly, all these sparks, all of us are sparks, are nothing but Brahman. Ashramas trividaha hina madhya utkrishta tuhina madhyama utkrishta drishtayaha upasana upasanopadistheyam tadartha anukampaya out of compassion. The Suti, the rishis explain to us various upasanas, various levels of explaining the same truth, because people are different in their capacity to understand. Manda, Madhyama, Uttama. The best, the mediocre, and the last. For them to understand, upasanas are all prescribed. The various pujas, various things, they are all prescribed for that purpose. Same purpose, for the same purpose, Brahman is also explained in different ways. But each explanations are secondary, not primary. For us to train the mind to have the primary experience, these secondary aids are taken. What do you do in mathematics? You assume X. You assume X. Then after decoding the theory, X is gone. X doesn't stay. But you assume. Right? Children, how do you explain numbers? I have 2 mangoes. You have 1 mango. How many mangoes are there? That child immediately says 3. Otherwise, they can't understand mathematics. How I have 2 mangoes, you have 1 mango. How many? 3. Understand? So that way, these different explanations are given according to the ashramas, trivida, 3 types. Also, Swamiji says, a child asks, how does it rain? 2-year-old child. You can't say the entire science. Water evaporates in the heat, then condensed in winter, and then it rains. Evaporates, condensed, and it rains. You can't give all these. For the child, you have to say, Indra's elephant takes the water from the sea and pours it. Temporarily, the child's mind is subsided. With that, it slowly grows to understand. You can't leave the agitation. So you explain. Same thing here, the different schools, different upasanas are given for us to quieten the mind, continue the contemplation. Swasiddhanta abhyavastasu vaitino nischita dhrudam parasparam viridhyante tairayam na viridhyate. These dualistic people, they mutually disapprove with each other, they mutually fight, they dismiss each other. Why should we bother about them? Sarcastic. They themselves dismiss each other. Sankhya Yoga. It says Prakriti and Purusha, 2 are independent, and the Purusha is already there in the Prakriti. Purusha is already there in the Prakriti. Example given is pot is already there in the mud. That you bring it out. They are 2 different things. Pot is different, mud is different. Pot is already there. Therefore, it's called Satkarya Vada or Arambha Vada. Satkarya, effects of the reality. Arambha, beginning. Sorry, this is Parinamavada. Right? It's there already. Sankhya's philosophy, it's already there. The path, it is brought out. It is brought out. This is one school. Next is Arambhavada. They say the world was not there before. Different aspects mixed together, world comes. Example given is betel nut, chunam, and the betel leaves. Put together, you get a red color. You get a red color. It's a combination of different things, combination of different atoms and all that. That brings the world. That's called Arambhavada. You begin. The world is begun. Parinamavada, Arambhavada. So, that school is different, this school is different. And then Kshanika Vijnanavada, several people, they are all different. They are quarreling amongst themselves. Why you bother? Because we are not talking about reality being dual. We all say reality is one. In fact, we don't have quarrel with you also. Because whatever you say, whoever it says, is all that one only, truth. So we don't have to quarrel with anybody. You are quarreling with each other. So we have no quarrel in between us. We are friends. Sarcastically, he says. Right? Mayaya vidyate hetan na ayam ajam kathanchana tattvato vidyamane martyatam amritam rajet tattvato vidyamane. Essentially, if it changes, essentially, Brahman, truth changes, then Brahman is dead. Truth is dead. Because it changes, it becomes mortal. Whatever changes is mortal. You at one time say Brahman is immortal, and now you say it changes. So immortal becomes mortal. Because Brahman alone became the world. World has come from Brahman. All that means Brahman is dead. Brahman is dead. Otherwise, how? When curd is produced from milk, milk is dead. There is no milk. Right? So also, this plurality, if it has come from the real immortal Brahman, a Brahman is dead, therefore plurality is nothing to do with reality. Then what is plurality? Is Maya. Through the power in him, we explain. What is this Maya? The author says, not here, everywhere. I wish I can explain. I wish I can explain. I cannot explain. But what you experience, why do you need an explanation? You need an explanation. You need an explanation. What you don't experience. You are experiencing the unrealistic world. And you know the essence of it is Advaita. How the Advaita becomes Dvaita, you can't explain. It is there or it is not there. Dream. Is it real or unreal? If it is real, that money should be useful. If it is unreal, you couldn't have experienced. You experienced, so it is not unreal. But the things in the dream cannot be used now, therefore it cannot be real. How can something be both? Because both are in the dream. You, the real Sat Chit Atman is there, and your vasanas have taken the form of thoughts. They are not real. You are real. Before you, they parade, and these inert vasanas and thoughts get animated. That is your dream world. You cannot say it is real. You cannot say it is unreal. What you cannot say it is real, or what you cannot say it is unreal, is called undefinable. In Sanskrit, anirvachaniyam. What is anirvachaniyam? Undefinable, but experienced, is called Maya. Asat thana matram. It's not there, but you are experienced. Dream is not there, you are experienced. Asat thana matram is Maya. Right? Ajatasyeva bhavasya jatimichanti vadinaha ajato hambuto bhavo matyatam katameshyati. It was already explained. People believe ajata, that which is unborn, has become this. It itself is unborn. That means it's changeless. It's there ever, all the time. Because it's unborn, it cannot change. Because what is unborn is beyond the concept of time. If it's unborn, it's beyond time, and all changes are possible in time and space. If it is unborn, since it is beyond time, no changes can ever take place. And therefore, your logic from Ajata, the immortal, this Jatam, this changing manifest world has come, doesn't stand to logic. It cannot come. Ajato Yavruto Bhava Martitam. If it happens, the Ajata, Amrita, becomes Martya, immortal, unborn, becomes finite, mortal. Finite, mortal. It can never happen. Next verse, beautiful verse. You cannot have cold fire. You cannot have a hot ice cream. You understand? If they can only discover a hot ice cream, sales will go 20 times. You cannot have a hot ice cream. You cannot have a cold fire. In nature, things do not change their basic characteristics. If he is immortal, he can never become mortal. If something is mortal, it can never become immortal. So, we will never become immortal. We are all mortals. No, you can never become immortal because you are already immortal. You cannot become immortal. You are already immortal. Na bhavati amritam martyam. Amritam, immortal. Na bhavati martyam. It doesn't become mortal. Na martyam amritam tatha. Similarly, the martyam, mortal, can never become immortal. Prakritehe, in nature, anyatha bhavaha. It's different. It's opposite nature. Anyatha bhava, it's opposite. Na kadachit bhavishyati. At no time, things can take the opposite characteristics on them, like the cold fire or hot ice cream. Okay. Swabhavena amrito yasya bhavo vanchanti madhyatam swabhavena amrito yasya bhavo gacchati madhyatam utakena amritastasya katam stasyati nischala. And some people say, by its swabhava, amrita has become martya, and they believe God is eternal. Immortal has become mortal, and God is eternal. It's a contradiction. Immortal has become mortal, and that God is eternal. It's not possible. Bhutato abhutato vapi yujyamane samasratihi Nishchitam yukti yuktam cha yattad bhavati na itaram. Shrutis, Vedas, Upanishads have given both the arguments. There is creation. There is no creation. Shruti itself, Upanishads themselves have said there is creation and there is no creation. Also they said God is Sat, God is from Sat this has come, from Asat this has come. Now what to take? It's a beautiful thing he says, Nishchitam yukti yuktam. If a statement is made, both statements are made, it has to pass through two other tests. The statement plus logic plus experience. Shruti, yukti, anubhava. Shruti, yukti, anubhava. Shruti, upadesha. Yukti, upapatti. Anubhava, upasana. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Three kandas are called Upadesha, Upapatti, and Upasana. Right? Nehananeti cha amnayam indro mayapi ityapi ajayamano bahuda maya jayate tu saha. Then how to know this truth? This is again, brother. You will find almost every stanza he quotes Brihadaranyaka. So that shows the importance of Brihadaranyaka. We never planned. It is God's will. We did that first and then we are doing this. It was not planned by us. And here you will find almost 50% of the slokas is quoting that this is direct Brihadaranyaka. Neti, neti. How do you know that? Neti, neti. Not this, not this. What is not this? What is not that? If it is seen by you, if it is experienced by you, it is not truth. Truth cannot be seen. Truth cannot be experienced as different. Truth is experienced by you as one. There is no multiplicity in the experiencer. Experienced is multiple. Experiencer is one. So, that way, this Shruti, Yukti, logical. What is the logic? I had told you earlier that in nature things cannot take their opposite characteristic. Immortal cannot become mortal, mortal cannot become immortal. What is Anubhava? You, the subject, is always one. Objects are many. They are seen. You are the seer. Seen or not you. Seer is Advaita. You are that. Therefore, when the scriptures talk about both, that creation has happened. Creation did not happen. Or creation happened from Sat. Or creation happened from Asat. Contradictory statements when the Shruti makes, how do you understand? See whether it fits logic and experience. Creation is real or creation is unreal. Creation has come from real. Creation has come from unreal. All these statements are there. People who say creation is real. Shankara says creation is apparent. Gaudavada says there is no creation at all. Right? How do you accept? He says through manana and nididhyasana. Sravana, manana and nididhyasana. Sambhutehe abhavadacha sambhavaha pratishidyate. Konvenam janayediti karanam pratishidyate. By negation of the creation effect, by negation of the creation, by the negation of the sambhutehe apavadacha, apavada negation, sambhuti creation, sambhavaha pratipadyate. The creation itself is dismissed. But by negation of the process of creation, creation is dismissed. And then the cause is the creator. Effect is the samsara, created world. It is dismissed, the creation, because creation is not accepted. Now, Bhagavan has created the cause. He says, who can make him create? He is independent, number one. Nobody can make him create, number one. Number two, where is the place for material for him to create other than him? Whatever is there is himself. There is no other material other than him. Who can make him create? Therefore, the cause creator is also not there. Effect created is also not there. Both cause and effect are not there. Sa esha neti neti iti vyakyatam nikhnato yataha sarvam agrahya bhavena hetuna ajam prakashate. Since they are all dismissed through not this, and also the truth cannot be grasped. The truth cannot be grasped by the senses, cannot be grasped by the mind, cannot be grasped by the intellect. What can be grasped has to be other than you, number one. Seen. Number two, you cannot grasp anything without qualities. Whatever has qualities is finite. Number three, truth is the subject. This is object. Subject cannot be objectified. You are seeing through the telescope, Swamiji's example, Gurudev's example. You want to see the seer in the telescope, you go before the lens. You know that lens. Who is there to see? There is nobody to see because you have gone there. So therefore, the seer cannot be grasped by the mind and intellect, which are the instruments like the telescope. The telescope cannot see the seer through the telescope, or the telescope cannot objectify the seer. Similarly, mind is able to think, intellect is able to decide. Because of this subject, the seer, they can never be objectified. Agrahyam, they cannot grasp. Tato hi maya janma yujyate natu tattvataha tattvato jayate yasya jatam tasya hi jayate. Another logic he says. From truth, something has come. No, nothing happened. See, nothing happened, but we experienced that. Right? So, from truth, through Maya only something can come. In reality, it cannot come. If it has come from truth, this has come. Something has come. Then the truth also must have come from somebody else because itself is changing. Truth is changing. If it is changing, it's not infinite, it's finite. Therefore, it should have its origin, something else. That should have something else origin. This, in legal terms also, is called infinite digress. Anavastha dosha. Avastha means able to pinpoint the origin or location. Anavastha, that through which you cannot pinpoint the location, because it goes endless. You cannot pinpoint the origin. If you cannot pinpoint the origin, that means there is no origin at all. There is no origin at all. That's why in law also it's not accepted. Right? Anavastha dosha. So what is he saying? Therefore, from truth, something cannot come. In essence, it can only be through Maya. It can only be through Maya. Asato Maya janma tattvato naiva yuchyate. Vandhya putro na tattvena Maya api jayate. The unreal can neither come can neither come or neither born in reality or through delusion. The untrue cannot be born in reality or through delusion. Example, for the son of a barren woman, in neither born de facto, means real, nor through delusion. The unreal cannot give birth to something real, or the real cannot be born through unreal. Real cannot be born through unreal, or the unreal cannot give birth to the real. Unreal cannot give birth to the real, or through delusion. That is, up to now what he was telling, the real through delusion appears to be the multiple world. Now the question comes, through Asat also, through Maya, the world can come. Are you able to understand? Because not many people. So you can't understand, you tell me, because it's a tricky subject. So far we have been telling, from truth through Maya, the world has come. Now there is another man saying, why not from untruth, unreal, the world has come through Maya? Same Maya, if it can make the world come through Sat, why not through Asat the world come through Maya? You understand? Several implications in that. So he says, for truth, through Maya Asat appears, there is something there, truth, that can appear as different. Asat, nothing is there. How even through Maya it can appear? Example given is, son of a barren woman can either come really or through delusion. In reality, it cannot be born or through delusion, because it doesn't, the very origin, the very cause doesn't exist. The very cause doesn't exist. Are you able to understand? Difficult thing. I don't want to progress without you people understanding. Are you understanding? Right? I'll make it simpler so that all along we are saying God, the real, appears to be many manifest world through the power of Maya. Now somebody says, God, the real, appears as multiple world. Why not from the unreal through Maya, the world can appear? God is truth. Truth can be seen differently through Maya. If there is nothing at all, how can you see it even different? Untruth is nothing, untruth doesn't exist at all. If there is no basis at all, how can you see it through Maya? That's the substance. Yatha supne dvaya bhasam pandate maya Manaha Tata Jakrat San Spandate Maya. Just as in your dream, the one mind, you are sleeping with your one mind, that one mind appears to be many. Same thing in waking also. The waking also, this mind projects the many. This mind projects the many. You understand? See, in dream, you accept. When you slept, you had your mind. At that time, it's all collected. One mind appears to be many. Dream world. My enemy, my friend, aeroplane, airport, all that multiplicity is projected by the mind. Waking also, this one truth only by the mind appears to be many. No, but in dream I can understand. Because on waking up, that is not there. Here, how can you say? Waking, how can you say it is only mine? My bankman doesn't leave me if I say it's all mine. He will send gundas. How do you say this is mine? He says, in dream while you are dreaming, you don't accept the truth. It's all one consciousness or one mind. Only on waking up, you accept it to be one consciousness or one mind. Here also, on waking up to that ultimate dimension, you will recognize this is all not real. In dream, you don't accept it's not real while dreaming. On waking, you realize. Here also, this is a dream. When you wake up to that ultimate dimension, the fourth dimension, you realize this is all a dream. Advayam cha dvayabhasam manaswapne na samshaya. Advayam cha dvayabhasam pada jagarana samshaya. So the one truth only appears to be the dualistic world in sleep, dream and waking. That's what I said earlier, he concludes here. Mano drishyamitam dvaitam yatkinche sacharacharam manaso hyamani bhave dvaitam nopanakati. No, I think. Yeah, say right. So, mano drishyamidam dvaitam. This whole mind is seen by the mind. When the mind merges with the consciousness, there is no duality. While waking, you see the plurality. In sleep, this mind merges with the consciousness. Duality is not there. Duality is seen by the mind. I have already answered the question. Does it mean that it's not there? It is there. But that is all different from consciousness and good and bad opposites. They are all interpretations of the mind. What is there all the time, whether you are sleeping or waking up. But they are seen to be different. The opposites are experienced by the mind, the good, bad, sukha, dukkha, punya, papa, man, woman. That is all interpretation of the mind. You understand? Mano drishyamidam dvaitam yatkinchit sacharacharam manaso yamani bhave dvaitam upanakati. When the mind loses its characteristics of amani bhava, thinking, imagining, it joins with the consciousness. How? Next sloka, also the same logic both. Next sloka is very difficult, otherwise without this logic, we will now explain. I will read that also and then explain together. Atma satyanubodhena na sankalpayate yatha manastam tadayati grapya bhave tadagraham. because there is nothing to be grasped in that experience, right? In nothing to be grasped, there is no mind. Because mind can only be there with something to grasp an object. I'll explain. Swamiji has, I will explain means it's all the grace of Gurudev. He has made such difficult concepts simple. So when the mind doesn't have something to grasp, it ceases to be mind, all its imaginations stop. All its imaginations stop. Because there's no object. There is no object. So it's no more a mind. Then what is it? Understand what is a mind first. Gurudev, nobody can make things so beautiful and simple. There is now somebody in the office. Somebody in the office. But I do not know. I am not conscious of that person. There cannot be a thought. There cannot be a thought without a person being there. And I have consciousness. There is no person. I cannot have a thought. There is a person. I am not conscious of it. There is a person. I am not conscious of it. There is no thought. I am conscious. There is no person. I cannot have a thought. Consciousness plus object is a thought. Flow of thoughts is called mind. So, equation, simple mathematics. Consciousness plus object is mind. Mind minus object is consciousness. So if there is nothing to grasp, no name, no form, the mind becomes consciousness. Because consciousness alone, through aligning itself with an object, becomes the mind. Consciousness alone, through aligning with a name and a form, the object, it becomes a mind. When it has detached from the name and the form, it becomes consciousness. Today is day of meditation, highest meditation what we are doing. Today, International Day of Meditation. This is the highest. Because what I am saying, if you go home and close this thing, if you think about it, you will naturally go to meditation. You don't have difficulty. Because you need, mind can be there only when the object is there. Mere object is there also, mind cannot be there. Consciousness should club with that. Therefore, consciousness plus object is the mind. Mind minus object is the consciousness. Swamiji gives an example. You see a flower. You cannot have the knowledge of the flower or experience without the consciousness being there. And you are seeing the consciousness there, the flower. You can't have the experience of the flower inside because mind is already extrovert. Consciousness is already extrovert. So inner experience, you cannot have it. If you have to have the inner experience, the consciousness should detach from the flower. This is why when Dhruva was meditating, he was meditating on Vishnu guided by Narada. He was so immersed in this thing, when Vishnu himself is staying there, he is not able to recognize him. You understand? Vishnu himself is staying. No, because he is immersed in it. Then Vishnu, through his power, took off that image inside. Then Dhruva opened the eyes and saw what he was seeing inside, he is seeing outside. You cannot have both. You understand? What you are seeing inside is now standing outside. Right? It's a beautiful thing, by explanation. This is one side thing. Same Bhagavatam, another experience comes. See, how beautifully, see, these Maharshis, we can't be grateful to them enough. Because what compassion to give these examples for us to understand. One example is, if you are immersed inside, you cannot recognize what is outside. Dhruva. Another example, Markandeya was in tapas. Shiva goes inside. He doesn't recognize. He doesn't recognize the form inside, outside. So he creates a disturbance. He enters inside, there is a disturbance, and he opens the eyes and sees Shiva. So without disturbance, what is outside you don't know. With disturbance inside, you also cannot concentrate inside. You only see outside. Right? The form is introduced in the case of Markandeya. In the case of Dhruva, the form is taken off. Right? So we shall see next week. Oh, there's some time. Good, I had to go for a reception. And I didn't plan that way. Anyway, this is the verse I wanted to stop. I had done today's quota. Right? This is the verse I wanted to stop. And I did not also compromise in what I have to say. In fact, I did all very elaborately. So next week we'll see. Now we'll take the Arati. Om Purnamataha Purnamadam Purnam Purnamadachyami Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyati. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sri Guru Guru. Thank you.
ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे